Hello, good people. How are you doing? It's CJ Atemo, and we're on another episode of Wisdom Moments on K24 with me, the Sage. I hope that these episodes are building you up, they're helpful to you, insightful, and instructive as well. For those of you who are seeking inspiration, I hope that they are also inspiring to you. Have you subscribed to my YouTube channel, CJ Atemo? If you have not done that, kindly go ahead and do that on my YouTube channel, CJ Atemo. Subscribe, then set your notifications, like, comment, and share. Of course, you've got to watch before you would like, post a comment, and share. But just do that if you haven't done so. I also would love to ask you to just join me on my social media journey by being part of my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter, CJ Atemo everywhere, and connect with me on LinkedIn as well as CJ Atemo. If you want to be a bit more formal, there's something that you'd want us to do, either with your organization, your team, your people, or yourself, mentorship, or even just personal development, check out the email address that is just right there under at the bottom of the screen. Just check it out and get in touch. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Well, we've been talking about handling distractions, but before I even do that, I've got to tell you that I'm coming to you from the 67 Airport Hotel. We've been camping here for quite a while, and if you have never been here, kindly find your way. If you're coming from outside of town or out of this country, when you get to JKIA, just get a cab and ask for the 67 Airport Hotel. It's close to the airport, so you wouldn't spend so much time driving out of the airport to get to your destination. And it's a place where you can work, you can have team building activities, you can have conferences and seminars. You would also have leisure as well. There's food, there's drinks, there's enough space, there's just so much over here. For the purposes of those who want social gatherings, including weddings and just having fun with the families, barbecue time, swimming, you'll get all of that right here at the 67 Airport Hotel. So check them out and give a shout, make a booking, and come have some time, whether you're alone, with friends, family, or with business partners as well. We've been talking about handling distraction. I said if you're going to handle distractions, you've got to define your destination very clearly. You've got to just lock that up. Your destination. Where are you trying to go? Whom are you trying to become? What are you trying to achieve? Sometimes your destination is not something external. It may be something internal. It may be just something as you being peaceful. You just knowing how to be peaceful, or just knowing how to be whole and being by yourself. And even sometimes your destination is just being able to go through 1 year without being in a relationship with anybody, just healing wholly. They're all these kind of things. Just having peace of mind, self-love and appreciation, all of that are valid destinations. Sometimes it's not just that you're going to buy a car, or you're going to, start building a house or go on holiday or something. Sometimes it's not something as big as that. Sometimes it's just the little things that you know that this is where you're going to. Because we're not just building things, we are building you as well. And it is important for us to know how to be the person that then can build the things that we need. So make sure that your destination is completely defined. That your destination is defined. Then I said that you'd be able to, set your boundaries and also set your priorities. And I talked about defining your weaknesses. You've got to identify and then define your weaknesses. You've got to know that these are the areas that you are susceptible to pressure and to being distracted. You've got to see that. You cannot bury your head in the sand. You've got to know that there are certain things, there are certain triggers that you will have that will get you off course. Once you define those, you begin to work on handling them, and you begin to reduce your response in the manner that they want you to have. So if you have a weakness, for example, the weakness of never saying no, you start working on that. If you don't know how to say no, you can delay decisions. You can delay things. There are people who, if you call them right now and you say, look, I'm stuck, I need 50,000. Even if they were saving it for something else and they don't know whether what you are saying is true or false, they'll send it. Not because they want to send it. They battle with it after sending it, but they'll just send it because they don't know how to say no, and they don't want you to feel that they are bad people. Then after that, they start feeling bad. They feel that they have gotten off the course that they needed to. So if you are that kind of a person, for example, why don't you say, let me sleep over it. I'm not sure right now. I can't promise you anything. Let me sleep over it. Let me see whether I can work out a way and get something. And even if I will, I may not get the whole amount. You see, you are training yourself already to handle a weakness, because you may not be the kind of person who can radically shift from being one person to being the other, but you can progressively make your way and say, look, I may not promise that I'm going to do all of that. Or if it is the distraction of time, where people always want you, say, well, I'll skip this Friday. Maybe I'll hang out with you guys next Friday. I'm not very sure. Or even if you've got to go, you say, I'll be out, but at this particular time, I need to go back home because I have some work to do. You've got to learn how to set those boundaries as well that will help you handle your weaknesses. If you don't know that you have a certain weakness, it will always be very easy for you to get distracted, because distractions come from the areas of your weakness. They always come from the areas of your weakness. And your weakness may be attachment to certain people, so that when they say certain things, those things affect you the more. They will say something. One of the greatest attachments that you must mind is the attachment to family. Sometimes they will say things that will cause you to just go into a spiral. It may be close friends. They will say certain things that will cause you to go into a spiral. And you may lose time because you are emotionally distracted, or you will be guilt-tripped into being in spaces and giving money that you did not even want to give. So it's important for you to define those weaknesses and just know these are my weaknesses and these are what I've got to deal with. The third thing I've got to talk about, and somebody may say, so how do I really define those weaknesses? Look at your patterns. Look at your patterns. Look at every time you did not accomplish your goals. Look at every time you didn't accomplish your goals. What got you off track? What is it that came in? And you may have every explanation for why you didn't do the things that you did, but you just need to look at the patterns. Is there any pattern in the times that you have not fulfilled what you wanted? If there is a pattern that shows how you got off course, that pattern may be pointing you out to a weakness that you need to deal with. If every time that you want to do something significant for yourself, people's needs come up and you meet the needs and never do what you want to do, that pattern reveals to you a deep-seated issue, a weakness, that you do not know how to say no to people. If every time you want to get into the gym, get into class, get into getting better, some other thing will just come out, it may show you that you do not have the fortitude and the strength in your mind to keep on track with one thing for long. So then, if you know that you have that kind of a construct, then probably when you're defining your goals, let them be short term. If you know that you're not somebody who works with things long term, then when you are dealing with this, then let your things be short term. Within that time, you will have the energy and the discipline, the drive and the motivation to fulfill it. And before you even know it, you are done, before you get distracted. Because some people get distracted when something takes long, and then they just start losing energy and starting to lose the motivation. So look at the patterns, because within those patterns, there will be the revelation of character. You will know what easily gets your attention. You will know what you easily make excuses for. You will know what easily gets your money, gets your time, gets you emotionally worked up. Just look at the patterns. Now, don't just look at the triggers, but also look at the timings of when those distractions come. For some people, distractions come just before they get into an opportunity that they have waited for so long, or just before something great happens around their lives. So don't just look for the triggers, look at the timing as well, and come out with this pattern. You may find out that all your triggers show up before a promotion, before some money comes, before a partnership is signed, before some good deal comes. You may just realize that all those triggers come around that time. When you are able to define that by looking at the patterns, then any time you have something significant coming up, you begin watching out for the weaknesses and the triggers that you have so that you can eliminate them and handle your distractions. I hope this has been helpful to you. Well, if you want to have more talk on this, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Watch it again when we upload it, CJ Atemo. And watch, like, subscribe, watch, like, comment, and share. Set notifications so that anytime we post the videos, you'll get to know. But if you want to reach out to me, it's CJ Atemo everywhere. So on the DMs, on the inbox, CJ Atemo. And remember that I will get back to you as soon as possible. I make that promise. But if I seem to delay, you can also get to me via the email address that is made available right there. Check out the 67 Airport Hotel and keep it right here on K24 for Wisdom Moments. Every Monday to Friday, 9:55 a.m. Till the next time, keep it right here.